Hi, y'all out there in TV land. This is me. And what I'm going to do today is tell y'all about my VHS collection. First up, I'm going to grab some videos and I'll be right back. Y'all still here, ain't you? Okay. Alright. First up, this is a movie. It's entitled Sitting in Limbo. Sitting in Limbo. Sitting in Limbo was made in 1984 by John N. Smith. John N. Smith. He was, I don't know about what he was doing, but it was made in Canada in the winter, and it's a movie about two teenage people, black, mind you. This is Fabian, and that's Pat. And what Fabian and Pat do, they are struggling. They're very naive, and they are in high school, and they have to make their bed, because they were hard-headed. Fabian winds up dropping out of school. Pat gets pregnant, and she's living with her mother, but then she decides to live with her girlfriend Sylvia and Debbie. And then Fabian drops out of school. Well, he drops out, and he can't find a job right offhand, but then he does find a job because he has to. She's pregnant. Duh. Then Pat decides that she's gonna move in with Fabian after he didn't found the job now, and then he finds a raggedy place with a raggedy landlord, and then they wind up moving in together. Although Fabian doesn't depends into the bargain at all. What he does is he winds up he winds up missing time from work. They can't give him the axe. The job gives him the axe. And then all the furniture and everything they have in it is repossessed. Then Pat winds up moving back in with her two girlfriends, Debbie and Sylvie, and she winds up having a miscarriage. I told you, 1 hour and 36 minutes and 1 second. For a low-budget film, it is really good. When I first seen it, I cried. I'm a woman, I have to cry. And I really thought it was well done. It is hilarious, but then at the time it is tortuously serious. And at the same time, it's one of those coming of age pictures, very coming of age. But then, like I said, it was very done. It was done very good, and I think I give it, in my book, I give it a B+. B+. Moving on. This is a horror film. Horror. It's called Beyond the Door. Beyond the Door. Okay. This movie was made in 1974. It's by, oh dear. I can't think of who did this one. Doesn't say who directed it, but I thought it was Mario Bava, who died suddenly back in 1980. He's the father of Italian horror filmmaker Lamberto Bava. Mario Bava did this, and he did this. This goes by another name in Italian, but it's It was brought over here in the United States by a film company called Film Ventures, who eventually wound up going bankrupt and wanting to shut down. It's an Exorcist ripoff, and they were sued by Film Ventures was sued by Warner Brothers, who did the original, who did The Exorcist by William Friedkin, Peter Blank, whatever. But at that time period, it was a lot of ripoffs, like the House of Exorcism, Abby, this kind of thing going on. But it seemed like everybody wanted to cash in on it. Even the the people in Turkey had one going on, and I can't think what they call it, but it's on YouTube. But anyway, this picture is about a woman who is going with a guy that is he's the producer of a record company or something, and she winds up fooling around behind his back, and then she winds up pregnant because she's already had 2 children by her husband. And then she is finding out that the baby that she is carrying is Satan's baby. And the baby possesses her, and she goes through a whole lot of morbid changes and things of that nature. One of the really horrifying things about the pregnancy is that she goes from 3 weeks to like 5 months to full gestation in like a matter of half the picture. And this guy that she used to go with a long time ago, then Dimitri, he comes back from the dead to tell her husband that she has to have a baby because it's the product of Satan or whoever it is. Anyway, after she winds up having the baby, I can't tell you the ending, but I can tell you it's very ghastly. Very good movie for an Italian horror picture, which a lot of Italian pictures are, especially were made back in those days. And very revolutionary, although like I said, it copies some of the Exorcist elements from that movie, particularly with the levitation and the head spinning and the this and that and the cutting and so forth. But it is a very, very good movie, and it's one of my. I actually happened to find it at an upholstery store. I'm serious. This gentleman here, he was I was walking on my way to the mail post office, and he had some videotapes in the window, so I thought I'd come in and investigate. Lo and behold, this was actually in the box, and I actually jumped out of my skin because on Amazon or either eBay or something, they want a fortune for it. I mean, actually for the actual DVD or the whatever, like $20-some, and I got it for $1. Can you believe $1? So anyway, this movie is really good. Check it out. I mean, very horrible, ghastly. Oh my God! And some of the language that her 2 children use. I mean, oh my! If they were my children, they would be on the floor. Okay. This movie, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, picks up where Halloween 2 left off. Jamie Lee Curtis is not in it, but the late Donald Pleasence is in it. The late Mustafa Akkad did the direction, and it's really good. I think what really made the movie was the late Donald Pleasence. I really think he did a good job with this movie. It's has absolutely nothing to do with the first 2, and it had absolutely nothing to do with the third one, because the third one didn't even make any sense. But the fourth one continued, and from the rest of the franchise out, it continues off, and it's like Michael Myers is now he's now actually terrorizing and stalking the daughter of Jamie Lee Curtis, who is in some kind of psych ward or run where she was. But anyway, I don't even believe that they say it in the movie. I can't even remember because I've been seeing it so many times, but I can't remember what it. But all I know is it beats a blank. It's not atypical, and I give it about I would say about 7 if I had to rate it, and about like a B- if I have to do alphabetically, because it's It's a good movie. It's just spooky. You know, music is the music John Carpenter wanted. But it is. I mean, it. You don't know the whole nine about. Let me go get some more. I'll be right back. Now, I'm going. This is my last one for right now. I'm going to do another thing through my because I have a lot of VHS, and I'm right now I'm eating that middle. I eat ice cream, and I really don't feel like. You know, I mean, I'm let it go for another day. Savage Weekend. Savage Weekend is a 1979-1978 movie. It was directed by. I don't even say what's going on with these movies. I don't even know who's. Wait a minute. I don't even know. Well, anyway. It's a horror film, and it's called Savage Weekend. And you see this back of this cover here. It is on VHS. I found it at a thrift store, and it's the caption says it will scare you to death. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. They're really lying. Unless you're that squeamish, they're really lying. The movie pretty much drags a little bit. With the dialogue is pretty much it's like they would seem like they made it up as they went along, but what I liked about it was that it's like a slow burn. It doesn't get cooking until like the last 20 minutes of it, and you see this dude with just some kind of crazy mask on or something like that, and he uses all kinds of techniques to kill people. But anyway, what it's about is about this it's about this these people. They were friends. It was a group of them, but this one guy, he happened to be openly gay. They wound up going into this upstate New York to see somebody's boat being built or something, or why they would go up there all the way up there to see something like that. I don't understand half of these horror pictures. But anyway, they wound up getting knocked off. I think it's an underlying reason why they're getting knocked off, because it kind of tells it in a certainly offbeat fashion. I think somebody was jealous of somebody else's husband, or somebody was this, that. I don't know. But the only thing I know is that it does drag a little bit. There are some gory sequences, a little nudity, but like I said, it doesn't really start picking up and cooking until like the last 20 minutes. Then it really, with a bang, it really, really hits home. You know what I mean? I have one more tape. I thought that was the last one, but just one more tape I have to show you. Okay, this is a children's movie. If you're not dumb and blind and you're in the right mind, you'll see that it's a children's movie. This is the Italian version of Pinocchio. This version is nothing like Walt Disney version. This is very fun. It's very funny. It is a children's movie cartoon. It is very, like I said, it is. If you've never seen it before, it's extremely funny. It was made in 1978, and it has some of the elements of the original copyrighted book that I guess in the early years, I think in the early turn of the century book or something. But it goes into more depth than what Disney's picture did, where he's being chased by this dog called Aliero something. It's this dog, but anyway, with the fairy, the cricket, Geppetto, which was the woodcarver, and then he went to the he was tricked into going to the circus with this other boy named Luciano, and Luciano is winds up convincing Pinocchio to go to some kind of circus and where they'll have fun, and Pinocchio doesn't have to go to school and this, that, and other thing. But then he wound up becoming a donkey because this man has tricked them into being having all this fun, and he's actually tricked them into thinking that they're going to live that way forever, but they don't, and they wind up becoming donkeys, and Pinocchio's wind up being sold to a slave, a circus something, and Luciano winds up dying from some kind of disease or something or whatever happened to him. But anyway, it's based on the children's classic Collodi's original version, dated in 1882, and they write it is a true story that never grows old. It really is good. I really like this version. I had the original copy that I actually had was I got it years back, I think in the late 90s, early 2000s. From a video store called Suncoast, but they don't have any more stores here in Baltimore. But anyway, the store, this is really good. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I got big laughs out of it every time I watch it. It's hilarious. I mean, some of the stuff is not too funny, but then some of the stuff is kind of, I'd hate to have been on marijuana, smoking pot when I was seeing it, because I would have turned around probably, oh my goodness. But anyway, this is the original version. It's the original version of it. It's very good. It was the Italian version, better than Disney, extremely better. A lot of people wouldn't say that because Disney is Disney, and Disney has a certain style, and they took whatever elements they could take from it, but I liked it because it's dealt with more of the original stuff. It captured more of the original stuff. But anyway, well, right now I'm going to sit down and finish eating my ice cream, and so that is a glimpse into my video collection. I'll have to do some more as can, Well, this is Unique saying au revoir.